Okay, thanks for joining me. In this lesson, we'll be setting up the image planes and drawing a base mesh with ZSpheres. So when you open up ZBrush default, this is ZBrush 4R5, you'll see this. This is the spotlight. If you press the comma, it'll go away. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a ZSphere. This S-looking thing right here. And tool should be right here. If it's not, I'll show you how to put it there. And just open that, open up tool, and drag tool over here. Okay. Click this S, and right here you'll see ZSphere. Select that, drag on the canvas. If you hold down Shift, it'll snap to right angles and 45-degree angles. Let go, and then hit either this edit button or just the letter T. And now we're in edit mode, so we can rotate around the sphere and work on it. So now that we have this, let's set up our image planes. To set up the image planes, there's a million ways to do them in ZBrush, but this way I like. Turn on X and Z and turn off Y in this little floor icon. When you click it on, it's kind of hard to see which ones are on, but X and Z, we're not going to do a top view, so we don't need the Y. The Y is the up and down. We just need the X and the Z. Okay, open up this left divider, get rid of materials, and drag the draw menu into there. Okay, first thing you want to do is you're going to click on this front button. What that's going to do is it's going to show us our image planes in front of our model, giving us kind of a transparency effect so we can actually see the image plane through the model. If you open up this front back drop down, we're going to set up our front and back, and this one right here means that we're going to be using one for both. We want to check that off because we actually want to use two, a front and a back. So for map 1, import, and then go to where your image planes are and grab front. There's front. And you can see if we turn off this front button, we won't see our image behind it. So map 2, import, and back. If we rotate around, you can see we got a back and a front. And again, hold down Shift to snap to these angles. Now we're just going to need a side, so go to left, right, import a side. Simple as that, you got your image plane set up. Now I pre-measured these in Photoshop and when I created them to make sure that everything lines up from the front and the side. So they just come in like that. There's also some really amazing options here to bring in and adjust and do all kinds of stuff. You know, if you want to create your own image planes. So first thing I'm noticing here is we don't have X symmetry turned on. And that means if we draw something, it's going to be asymmetrical. We want to be working with symmetry. So if you just hit the X, you'll see you have symmetry turned on. And when this thing turns green and snaps like this, that means you can actually draw, you know, instead of drawing two things, it'll draw one thing that's combined and centered. Okay, so we're going to be using shortcuts to move between these tools right here. So draw is Q, move is W, E, R. So Q, W, E, R. I'm going to move this thing. And since I grabbed it in the center, the move will also be symmetrical. So we can't move it off center. We just can move it up and down, which is really convenient for what we're doing. Scale it down a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to draw the hip bones. We're going to kind of position them where the trochanter, the hip bone, is. Okay, I'm going to draw this kind of knee joint right here. We're going to insert another joint for the thigh, scale it up a little bit. Now this isn't totally necessary to do this, but I kind of find that the we're going to be using the move tool later on to set all this stuff up, and it just helps reduce on all like the waviness of the move tool creates. So I don't know, I like it. If you hold down shift when you're drawing this thing, it'll actually snap it to the same size as your previous sphere, which we don't need to do because we're going to this ankle, then draw another sphere for the calf, scale it up. And see, you can move the entire like everything kind of down the chain, or you can move just this one piece, depending on whether you select the center or you select this little green area around it. It could be kind of tricky to just get it. Anyway, so let's draw this foot bone, heel bone. Okay. Just kind of move it. For now, these are going to look really wonky. We're just building we're building shapes and forms that we can later shape. Okay. We can draw one more and draw another one that's going to kind of represent the center of the chest, the shoulders. Maybe make this one bigger. Something like that. Okay. Don't have to be too precise. Keep drawing. So you can save some time by drawing all the way to the wrist, then inserting another one at the elbow, and then let's make sure that this is positioned right from the side. Something like that. And let's draw another one right here. Just because it's so easy to shape with these ZSpheres that, you know, it's just little less work that we're going to have to do later. Even though we're going to end up going over this whole thing many times. I just, I don't know why I like it. It's convenient. Oh, okay. Let's draw this big kind of ball shape for the hand. And so you could see when I'm moving these things, sometimes they're dragging other things with them. What you want to do is hit the letter S, and that's going to bring up your draw size. Drag it all the way to the left and make sure it says 1. Now, if your draw size is 1, you're never going to grab more than one thing when you're using these ZSpheres, and that's going to really be important when we're using these, when we're doing these little fingers here. In the next lesson, we'll begin creating the fingers.